Hello students, welcome to Btech360. Again, a lot of questions that we received, and I'm picking up one question I thought just very important for a lot of people, because the choice between picking up the bottom half of IITs versus the top half of NITs, or picking up the bottom half of NITs and picking up the top half of IITs is something that bothers a lot of students. And this particular question actually deals with that kind of a question, because here the student is saying that I got 99.6 percentile in JEE Main. I'm going to appear for advanced. What are my chances of getting into NITs versus dealing with IITs? If I get a good IIT, I'll take that, of course. But what are the chances of NITs, and how do I take a decision? Now, it's a very good question, because what are we talking about? By the way, the student also says focus on IITs given for the candidate. NIT versus NSUT, what are the backup option? Which is the better backup option? The student is saying, as a backup option, if you were to deal with NITs versus NSUT, how should we go about doing it? The student has got 99.6 percentile. Before I move further, 3 requests that I always have for you. Please subscribe to Btech360. If you have any question, write to us in the message box and I'll pick it up next time around. And I must also thank our university partner, Chitkara University, which enabled us to put this entire thing together. Now, the question that you're dealing with, and this is from Vineet Menon, who says, sir, I was expecting you to guide the parent to focus on IITs, given 99.6 percentile for the child. And also, as a backup option, what is NIT, between NIT and NSUT, which one is better? That's the question that we're dealing with, right? Now, let me first address the first issue that you have, which is IIT versus NSUT. If you're at 99.6 percentile and you expect a similar thing to go, you're likely to get about 6,000 rank, assuming you perform exactly well and everyone also performs exactly the same way in JEE Advanced, which normally is not the case. A lot of students who actually perform decently well in IIT, they also, a bit more relaxed. In JEE Advanced, they prepare a lot. In fact, a lot of students, once they know that they cross the 90 percentile mark, they start straight away jumping to JEE Advanced because their ambition remains IITs. So to that extent, a lot of students will push themselves up if they know that they've qualified and they start working seriously on JEE Advanced, then cracking the JEE Mains completely. So from that perspective, in my opinion, what is likely, if everything is to be linear, then your rank is likely to be 6,000 in JEE Advanced. At 6,000 in JEE Advanced, because IITs have about 18,000 seats all put together, you're likely to get the bottom half of IITs in a branch not of your choice. That is what you're likely to get, because think of it this way. For IIT Bombay, CSE, 48 or 50 is the highest closing rank. You go to Chennai, it's about, the next one is Delhi, most preferred, it's about 100 is the highest closing rank. Go to Chennai, it's about 140, 150 is the highest closing rank. So the best branches and the best IITs exhaust by the time you finish rank 500, 600 or 1000. What you're likely to get is about 6,000-7,000, and that is assuming it's linear. My understanding is that a lot of students will push themselves up in JEE Advanced. So if you as a child also is also pushing yourself, maybe you'll still hit the 3,000 and all. But at 3,000 also, you'll get the, if you want the branch of your choice and the college of your choice, that is difficult. You might get a branch of your choice, but not a college of your choice. You might get a college of your choice, but not branch of your choice. But both in sync, you need to be in the top 99.99 percentile kind of a numbers. Because that is when you get a 1,000 rank and you still have something. Or 99.98 percentile where you got 2,000 rank and so on and so forth. So that is the question that we're dealing with here. So from that perspective, even if you get an IIT, you'll get an IIT not of an IIT of your choice or a branch of your choice. In which case, the better option for you is to exercise your option of getting into one of the NITs. Now, many of the NITs in this country are far better than the baby IITs that you have in the country. Because these NITs, which were there for a long time, 50, 60, 70 years, have been doing fantastic work and have been placing all the students. You take, Surathkal, Warangal, Trichy, these kind of NITs have been doing exceptionally well. So, if I were you, I'll actually prefer to get into one of the NITs in this country, or if for that matter, NSUT also, which is what you discussed here, right? Now, these institutions have been doing a fantastic work, right? And I would rather prefer to get into the top tier NITs of a branch of your choice and an NIT of your choice, as compared to an IIT where the IIT might not be of your choice, or the branch that IIT will get will not be of your choice. So that is my choice at this point in time, if I were to be taking my own decision. Now let's look at the kind of rank, because you're talking of 99.6 percentile, your rank is likely to be about 6,000 plus minus 500, because I don't have your exact decimal number. I also don't have your home state and all, so I'll actually have to deal with it. But comparing 3-4 NITs which are very good with the NSUT, because you also talked of NSUT being a backup option. So in my opinion, because you mentioned NSUT, you are possibly from Delhi, right? Now, if you look at NIT Trichy, the highest closing rank in the open category for the non-home state quota was 1,449 for CSE. For Suratkal, it is 1,827, and for Warangal, it's 2,409. So you're still not within this reach, mind you, because you're likely to get, your rank is about 6,000, and here the highest closing rank in these three NITs for CSE branches beyond your reach, which is 2,409, is the highest closing rank for Warangal, whereas your rank is about 6,000. Now, if you look at home state quota for the same things, also the highest closing rank for Trichy was 4,569 for CSE program, whereas your rank is at this point of 6,000. So again, that also is out of reach for you. But when you look at NSUT, when you look at it, the Btech CSE highest closing rank for home state quota is 6,249. So you will get into this. For Btech Computer Science and Engineering, it's 7,037 for the specialization. Btech Information Technology is 7,651. And Btech Mathematics and Computing, which is a very, very good program, is 7,841. And Btech IT Network and Information Security is 8,583. So through the home state quota, based on your percentile that you mentioned and the rank that we calculated, you're likely to get into any of the branches of NSUT Delhi. And NSUT Delhi is a very, very good institution, mind you. So if you look at the placement stats also, if I have to compare NSUT Delhi with any of the NITs that you have, like NIT Trichy, placement is about 90.82% in 2024 at a median salary of 14.35 lakh. Similarly, if you compare that with NSUT Delhi, in 23-24, it's 82% placement at 16.5 lakh. In 24-25, for which we have latest data, they actually place 89% of the students. NIT Trichy is 90%, so we're dealing with only 1% difference. But the median salary there is 14.35 lakh. In NSUT Delhi, it's 17 lakh rupees. Across things also, when you look at the highest package, average package also is 18.75 lakh in NSUT Delhi. And the simple thing is that, listen, NIT Trichy, Warangal, Suratkal, you're not likely to get it because you're dealing with outside the home state quota. Whereas NSUT Delhi, you will get it because you're a home state quota, and there the highest closing rank is 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. Whereas your rank is about 6,000. So you're likely to get into any of the programs in NSUT Delhi. And besides that, even otherwise, even assuming you actually have made available for those programs also, here the median salary seems to be very high as compared to them. But that is across all the programs. We don't have the specific data for only CSE program. If you look at CSE program also for NIT Trichy, for example, they place 97% of the students, and so on and on. We actually have data for across all the things, right? Now, if you had to look at NIT Warangal also for that matter, the placement is about 92%, and the median salary is 14.66 lakh. And the placements, average city is about 14.35 lakh, median is 12 lakhs, and so on and so forth for the latest data also. Similar thing is that we can notice in Suratkal also. But one thing we have as data point for CSE in Suratkal is that for the CSE program, the highest closing rank, of course, you've seen that 4,000, you're not likely to get that. But there the median salary is 28.21 lakh for CSE program. And for the other programs, it falls dramatically. And CSE, you're not likely to get that, which means that assuming you get into a branch which is ECE or EEE or mechanical or mechatronics or anything like that, that these other NITs give you, there your median salary falls dramatically. Whereas for the same rank that you have, which is about 6,000, you will get NSUT in a program of your choice, where the highest CTC will be very, very high as compared to other non-CSE programs that you'll get in the other good NITs, because you're competing with the non-home state quota. So from that perspective, the choice that I have is this, right? There are 3 points that I'll mention to you. Between the bottom half of IITs and the top half of NITs, I'll prefer top half of NITs. And because your home state quota is NSUT versus NITs, at this point in time, I'll prefer NSUT. So my simple solution for you at this point in time is go for NSUT Delhi, get a program of your choice. The placements are very good, about 17 lakhs median salary across all programs. So just imagine what it will be for CSE program. And you're likely to get into that as compared to the other NITs where you're not likely to get into that. And as far as IIT is concerned, I wish you well. I wish you get 99.99 percentile, 99.99 percentile, get an IIT of your choice and a branch of your choice. So don't get that. Don't fall for the bottom half of IITs, because that's not going to work out for you. It's far better that you're in NSUT Delhi. Delhi has an unfair advantage because a lot of companies are here. So your placement also becomes easier. So from that perspective, I will pitch for NSUT Delhi at this point in time as compared to even the bottom half of IITs or the top half of NITs where you're not likely to get a branch of your choice. That is my take at this point in time. I hope this decision or this solution helps you. And thank you so much for asking this question. Keep asking these questions so that we can actually research more and coming back to you with right decision, right information and all. And I have 3 requests for you always. Please do subscribe to Btech360. If you have any questions, ask us here. And I must thank our university partner, Chitkara University, for enabling us to putting this together. Thank you so much.